Hi, I lost 6 pounds in 8 days, and take out a pen and paper because I'm gonna tell you how.
1.
On May 24th, 2019, I weighed 149 pounds, and this is the most weight that I've ever weighed in my life, and I'm only 5'3". So my ideal weight, I'm a small framed person, I think was something like 115 to 135. I'm not sure, I haven't checked it in years, but something like that. I am, and I was determined to finally lose this weight. So even before this day, I was already changing my diet. Around May 10th, I began to increase my vegetable intake. So number 1 is increase your vegetable intake.
2.
Number 2, I started trying to eat a bowl of lettuce daily. So I did not change what I ate daily, but what I did change is my vegetable intake because I wanted to implement something that I could keep up. So I started trying to eat a bowl of lettuce daily, like a regular size bowl. So from 5/10, which is May 10th, to May 18th, I would still eat what I would normally eat, but I just added a bowl of lettuce, and sometimes I would use celery salt, sometimes I'll use like a teaspoon of mayonnaise, or sometimes I'll just eat the lettuce by itself. That's what I did for seasoning. And a couple of days I used onion juice. I just got some chopped up onions, the dried onions, boiled them in water, and then it forms like a little soup, and I poured that little soup over my lettuce, and that was so that I wouldn't have to add salt. I was trying to reduce my salt intake. So number 2 is I started trying to eat a bowl of lettuce, and I also reduced my salt intake.
3.
Number 3, I started to increase my water intake and kind of forgot about the lettuce. So between May 10th and May 18th, I added the lettuce intake, but then after the 18th, I kind of stopped doing the daily bowl of lettuce thing. But what I did is I increased my water intake.
4.
Number 4, I watched a lot of water fasting videos, which gave me many helpful tips on water intake. One piece of advice that I have definitely implemented was when you get hungry, drink water. When you get thirsty, drink water. This kept me from splurging on snacks like Twix, popcorn, pretzels, soda, etc. Instead, I would drink water. And that was a really great piece of advice. So number 4, drink water in place of snacks.
5.
Number 5, and if you see me looking away a lot, I'm reading my notes. So please don't take that the wrong way. I'm just trying to make sure that I can give you direct and to the point information without a lot of rambling. So number 5, I prayed. Prayer changes things, okay? But faith without works is dead. So when you pray, you still have to implement things and do things that will help make life better for you. So number 5, I prayed, and I asked the Holy Spirit, please help me to get back down to my ideal weight. I don't like being this big. I'm outgrowing my clothes. I need to get back down to my ideal weight. This is not me. This is not me. Number 5, I prayed and asked the Holy Spirit to please help me to get back down to my ideal weight. And I'm going to tell you, when I was doing the bowl of lettuce, the scale did not move. The scale was I was still at 149. So that's why I said in 6 days, because I didn't see the scale move until I did some of these other things that I'm going to tell you later on, as well as what I'm telling you right now, 1 through 5. Okay, so I prayed and asked the Holy Spirit to help me. So he's helping me in this.
6.
Number 6, I also prayed for my sleep schedule to be turned back around. You have to allow your body to heal itself, and the best way it heals itself is during sleep. You have to get your sleep. You have to get your sleep. Quit trying to get by on 3, 4, 5 hours a day of sleep. You have to get your at least 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. Some people can get by on 6. I could do that sometimes, and sometimes I need 8. But on average, I need 7 hours of sleep. And I know my average. So find out what your daily average of sleep is and get your sleep. This will keep you from snacking, because if the body cannot get sleep, it will compensate and it'll start grabbing at whatever it can grab at to compensate for not being able to sleep, which is the next thing it'll grab at is food. So you'll start raiding the refrigerator and eating things you don't even really want to eat just because you're depriving your body of sleep. So you have to get sleep. So this is what I wrote. I also prayed for my sleep schedule. Yes, I did. I asked the Lord, please help me get my sleep schedule turned back around, because I was doing a lot of computer work, a lot of things and projects. I was staying up to 8 o'clock in the morning, working on these things. So I would sleep between 8 and like 3 p.m. And I could not get to a lot of offices and things that I had to get done, like a lot of other daily obligations that I had to get done. A lot of office hours are between 9 and 5. I couldn't get to them because I was sleeping between 8 and 3. So you have to get your sleep. Number 6 is get your sleep. Number 7 is I did 1 meal a day. Now, the thing with 1 meal a day is I do 1 meal a day anyway. So I know this is like a big lifestyle change for people and a big diet thing, but for the past 30 plus years, I've been eating pretty much 1 meal a day. And I'm not going to say strictly 1 meal a day. Sometimes I'll eat 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, but typically I'll only eat 1 meal a day, and that was usually dinner time. This is what I wrote. I put 1 meal a day. I was already doing 1 meal a day for years, probably like 30 years or more, but I wasn't strictly doing it. Sometimes I eat another meal, sometimes all 3 meals a day, but 9 out of 10 times I eat 1 meal a day. The problem that I was having was when you eat that 1 meal a day. When I usually ate 1 meal a day was at dinner time, but the best time that I find for me to eat my 1 meal a day is at breakfast, because I can burn that off throughout the day and drink V8 juices and water for the other 2 meal replacements. And also I don't snack as much. So I changed the time of my 1 meal a day, and the time is breakfast. I changed it from dinner time to breakfast. And let me tell you, that makes such a difference in my weight loss. Instead of eating at night before I go to bed, I eat in the morning before I get up and do a lot of things that I'm doing. So number 7 is 1 meal a day.
8.
Number 8, I try to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week, 30 minutes of basketball, and I play by myself. So I shoot around and I run after the ball. Every time the ball bounces off of the goal, I run after it. I don't walk after it, but I typically run after it so I can get my cardio in. And 30 minutes of jogging, 30 to 40 minutes, typically 40 minutes of jogging. So I get about an hour and 10 minutes, and I do this 3 to 4 times a week. But the thing is, I was already working out. I was already doing this before. So my workout routine was already implemented, and the scale was still going up because I did not regard my food intake as much as I'm regarding it now. I was working out though. I've been working out like this for at least about 5, 6, 7 years. So I've been consistently doing 3 to 4 days a week, hour workout. That's normal for me. That did not move the scale though. The scale was steadily going up because my eating and my sleep was out of whack, just out of whack. So now that I got my eating and my sleeping back on course, now the scale is moving with my exercising. So exercising, I do like 1 hour, like I'll just say 1 hour, 3 to 4 times a week. So these are the 8 things that I've done to help me drop that weight. I'm learning because I've done a lot of diets, but diets are for temporary weight loss, and you typically gain that back, or I would always gain that back. So I realized that it has to be a lifestyle change. It cannot just be a diet. So this for me is a lifestyle change. So thank you so much for watching. Use those 8 tips and let us know in the comments how this is working for you. Talk to you later.